Okay, good morning. So now we talk of what is this shifting forward, shifting backward. When you collect VAT, what you can do is you can pass it on to your buyer. That is why it's called shifting forward. Now, what if it's shift backward? It means that you can actually get the input tax from your suppliers and then use it to reduce your actual liability. Napansin niyo yung last time, if you sold something for 120,000, your sales is 107, your VAT is 12,857. That is what you collect from the customer. But in reality, you don't pay 12,857 because you bought it for 99,000. You have a VAT input of 10,607. So your actual cash payment is only 2,250. That is why it's called shifting. VAT is indirect tax that some people feel is unfair because the burden will always be passed to the ultimate consumer, to the final consumer. So businesses can always deduct input and output, but they don't they don't charge 2,550, 2,250. They charge 12,857 for the VAT. That's how they earn extra money. So in terms of journal entry, the journal entry is purchase is 120,000. Input tax is, sorry. If you ship it forward, then input tax is 13,200. This is another scenario. If you sold, if you purchase something for 12,000, you sold it for 38,500. This is the VAT exclusive scenario. Then effectively your cash out is only 2,300. So ito yung journal entry mo naman. If you are not VAT registered, you are liable for 3% percentage tax. That is the previous rule. The percentage tax is reduced now to 1% from July 1, 2021 up to June 30, 2023. Okay. So this is the percentage tax that we will discuss 2 weeks next week. Okay. Example, rental. Although the rent actually, if you're leasing less than 15,000, you should not collect VAT. Should be 15,000 now. Okay. However, all expenses related to the business, you can use for VAT. Okay. So example, you rent out 15,000, so vatable na siya. You ask for withholding tax. So you charge additional VAT. This means 15,000 VAT exclusive. So if you add VAT, then that means 16,800 ang charge mo. But you have expenses. You pay 1,200 for Globe a month. You have gasoline expense of 1,500. You have 2,300 for buffet every month, once a month. Right mo. Then you buy from one handyman, 1,800. So you spend a total of 6,800. All of these are vatable. Diba? Globe, Shell, Sofitel, handyman. So, ayun. You collected 1,800, you claim VAT input of 728. So at the end of the day, you actually earn more because you collected 1,800, but you only paid the government 1,072. Yung sinasabi ko sa problema ng developer. When the developer construct building, sige, let's say 200 million ang total project cost. 2 million na lang para mabilis tayo. 2 million. He will sell it at a markup based on 2 million gross, not based on net of VAT. So 2 million, he will sell it for 4 million. Then biglang naging vatable siya. Yung 4 million, may 480,000 na siya kagad na VAT. Although, yung 2 million niya na construction cost, mayroon na siyang VAT input doon. Yun ang problema. Okay? Why? So in terms of your business operation, if you're running the business, you have to remember input tax is not limited to the exact item. Hindi siya 1:1. Bumili ka ng laptop, input VAT ng, tapos benta ka ng laptop, yun lang ang kailangan mong i-match. Hindi ganyan. Bumili ka ng Pocari sweat, binenta mo yung Pocari, pero mayroon kang binili naman na ibang item, let's say soft drinks, or you bought candy na vatable siya. In that case, ready na rin ka rin pwede ka rin pwede mo munang gamitin yan. So parang bank account lang siya, plus minus. Wait, I forgot to change my virtual background again. Baka mapagalitan tayo. Okay? Now, so what if you are above 3 million, selling above 3 million, but you don't register for VAT para lang makatipid? Hindi ka naman mahuhuli. Ang akala mo. Ang problema, pag nahuli ka, you are liable for the 12% without any more using the input tax. You don't have any input anymore. Okay? Now, what is this zero rated versus VAT exempt? Dalawa yung concept. You are either VATable or VAT exempt, VAT zero rated. Sino yung mga zero rated? Yun yung mga export. Okay? Yun yung mga ADB, IRRA. Ito yung International Irrigation something. Sa may Los Baños to eh. For yung mga allocator sa Subic, sa Clark, sa PESA, they are zero rated. Okay. So how does zero rated work? Okay. Who's next, Mr. Manikis today? Miss Manikis?
Yeah po.
Ano pangalan?
Jasper Sea. Sea.
Say again?
CEA. Sir,
Okay.
kasi last time, I think he was like the last, pero I think nabitin or something.
Okay. Mr. Sea. Where are you?
Yes. Hello, sir.
Hmm. Do you uh do you do you buy Jollibee?
Sometimes.
How much is one piece chicken? Yung meal.
I'm not sure.
Sige,
Search ko, sir.
let's assume 89,000, 89 peso.
Okay, sir.
Si Manikis react kagad. 89 peso, okay? Now, how is zero rated different from tax exempt, VAT exempt? Okay. If VAT exempt, 89 peso, benta mo pa rin. You still sell it at 89 peso, but there is no more input tax for the buyer to claim. Okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But zero rated, let's using 89. How much is the VAT?
The VAT is 9.54.
9.54. Okay. So how much is the net sales?
The net sales is 79.46.
Okay. So if you open a Jollibee store, saan ka dapat sa... You're from Tabaco, no?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
I'll buy.
Sige. May Jollibee dyan?
Meron naman, sir.
Okay. So here comes this ADB personnel who goes to your Jollibee and then said, I will order one piece Chicken Joy. How much will you sell to him?
How much will I sell?
Hmm.
If I was like if I had a Jollibee branch?
Yeah.
You know,
One piece chicken.
89.
No. Because he is ADB personnel is one of those zero rated.
Oh,
Diba? I'm not going to go to the list.
so I
It's
was
up to you. Hmm.
so the net sales 79.46.
Yes. That is the effect of zero rated.
Oh, okay.
Gets?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So no, this is especially true when it comes to SBMA, PEZA. So this PEZA company comes to you. I'm going to buy. Sige, anong negosyo mo? Anong gusto mong ibenta?
Laptops naman, sir.
Laptop na naman? Wala ba tayong bago? O sige, laptop. If a locator in Subic goes to you and say, I'm going to buy a laptop from you for how much are you selling? Same 120,000 na lang.
120,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that inclusive of VAT or exclusive of VAT?
Let's say exclusive.
Exclusive. So if you sell the same laptop to Miss Manikis, how much will you sell it for?
That would be plus 12% VAT. So 134,400.
So if it's to Miss Manikis, you sell it at 134,400.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's an SBMA company, and they will give you their certificate of zero rated. How much will that be?
120,000.
You only sell it for 120. Okay. Now let's go back now to the purchase. How much did you purchase the laptop for?
100,000.
You purchased it for 100,000. What inclusive? Or what exclusive?
Exclusive na rin, sir.
Exclusive na rin. Okay. So how much did you really pay for the laptop? Cash out mo.
That means I paid 112,000.
112,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So you paid 112,000. You sold it for 134,000 to Miss Manikis.
Yes.
Tama? And how much will you pay to the government for VAT?
That's 14,400 minus 12,000, 2,400.
2,400. Okay.
Yes.
So you will pay to the government 2,400. Now, let's assume you are selling to SBMA company. Now, same laptop. So dalawang laptop binentahan mo. Same item pero different pricing, different tax regime. Zero rated kami. So how much will you sell it again for?
I sell it for 120,000.
Okay. And then your cost is?
My cost is
Total cost.
yung with VAT, sir. That would be 112,000.
So paano na?
Mas konti profit, sir.
Mas konti profit? So you don't want to sell na to SBMA?
Pero I can, pag zero rated sale, I can credit the input tax.
Paano mo i-credit?
Yung 12,000 na input tax, I can get a refund.
Yes.
Then
You can get a refund from the government by claiming the 12% input VAT. That's one. That's your one option. Meaning you file with the government, the DOF, Department of Finance, for tax rebate. Okay? Tax credit. Not tax rebate, tax credit. That they will issue you either cash or certificate for you to use to pay your other taxes. So yung 12,000 mo na nabayaran mo sa input VAT ng computer, now you can claim as VAT not as VAT input but as tax credit. Okay, that's one. Another is, remember what we were discussing kanina about VAT being, you can shift and you can use it for other products. So, if you sold to Miss Manikis kanina, 'di ba? Yung isang laptop mo, nabenta mo, you're supposed to pay 2,400, tama?
Yes, sir.
What if you don't refund? If you don't file for refund, you can use the 12,000 now that you did not use, the VAT input that you did not use, as my to offset against your tax liability for Manikis laptop naman.
Yes, sir.
Am I making sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you understand because you're the one talking to me. Others. Oh, Miss Manikis, you understand? Oh, Mr. Ko.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
Ko.
sa situation that you mentioned kanina, burden kay Mr.
Ano?
Mas mahal na yung selling price ni Jesper kay Bianca. Kasi
130.
papatungan.
No, yung 132 niya.
Wait.
Wait. I'll have to find the. Wait. I have to find our Google Sheet again. Saan na siya?
So are you looking for the, oh, okay, I have it kasi.
Oh, so you send the link to everyone, huh? Where is it now? Ay, nako. I'm getting confused with this computer. Okay. So let's make the clear. Manikis and Subic locator. Okay. Selling price. Oy, Saya.
Selling
Napatrabaho mo rin
price.
ako.
Sorry, ano sir? Wait lang. What was it again? 134,000.
Sige, ligis na mo.
Wait, ako na lang sir mag-type.
O, ikaw na. Papatrabaho mo pa ako.
Sorry sir.
Oh.
Subic.
Oh. Less VAT.
Sir, yung COGS, hindi pa kasama yung VAT, di ba?
Yes. So, you have option for Subic locator 1. 2, 3. So, locator option 1. Okay. Okay. So option 1 is you treat the 112 as a whole expense, as an expense, the whole amount. Like you do, So kita mo 8,000 lang. Okay. Option 2 is you treat it as so ito yung kita mo, then you file for tax credit. Tama? Okay. Gets? Option 3 is as is, but how much is your input tax kanina? 12,000. 12,000. Tapos sales mo kay Manikis is 14,400. Tama?
Yes, sir.
So ito isa ay 0. So theoretically, if you match 14,400 and 12, you have to pay
2,400.
2,400. Tama? But if you don't file for tax credit and you just use this, it means that you still have a carryover VAT of 9,600. So magkano babayaran mo VAT for that month?
Magkano babayaran ng VAT? Zero.
Zero. Kasi ginamit mo yung ibang VAT input nung binenta natin sa SBMA. So this is option 3. Okay? Get? So next month, nagbenta ka ulit ng 134,000. So another 1,400. Hindi ka doon mo ipabawas mo na naman yung 996 yung babayaran mo doon. So accumulate siya ng accumulate. Okay? Gets? Next month, another 12,000. Input VAT. Tapos nagbenta ka ng same. Sige. Ano mangyari? Dapat 2,400. Pero hindi ka rin magbabayad ng 2,400. Ano mangyari dito?
Magiging 7,200.
Magiging
7,200. Kasi minus 2,400 ulit.
Hmm. 7,200. So parang bank account siya nag-accumulate. Okay? So which will you choose, Mr. Seiya?
I think option 3 is better.
Option 3 is better if you have a lot of sales. If you are like Farmally, na isang benta lang, sa gobyerno lang ang isang transaction ka lang, one transaction company ka lang, wag mo na, i-file mo na ng refund. Okay? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Or if what do you call it, a SBMA company comes to you, you tell them you don't sell it at 120,000 na. You sell it at 130,000, di ba? Para hindi mo na kailangan problemahin yung VAT. Gets? O hindi? Miss Manikis doesn't understand? You're shaking your head or you just like to play with your ears?
Oh, there was a fly.
Okay. Do you understand?
Pwede pa ulit yun, sir, yung bakit 130,000?
No. Example lang is 130,000. It could be 135,000. It could be, di ba? So you have to, that is how you can choose to mark it up para you just do it like this. Option 1. Okay? But the effect is, if you are selling to a locator, SBMA, Clark, PEZA, okay? ADB, Asian Development Bank, ERI, IRRI, International something, International Rice Research Institute. Hindi sa Los Baños yan. Or you are doing business with using ODA to ODA projects. ODA projects yun yung like yung railway, yung North-South Railway. Dadaan ba yan ng ano ka ba ulit? Tabako?
Yes, sir. Tabaco City.
Aabot ba yung North-South Railway ngayon sa inyo?
I'm not sure. Hindi ako updated.
Yeah. Hindi, kung walang digging, hindi. Kung nagdi-dig na, di ibig sabihin may chance na. Okay? Then the subway, the Philippine-Japan subway. These are Japanese funded projects, so they are ODA projects. If they are ODA, Official Development Assistance Project, then they are also tax-free, VAT-free, zero-rated. Okay? Gets? Clear na to, ha? Wait, let me finish this. So what happens if it's VAT, if it's tax, sige, manikis, tax exempt. If it's tax exempt, you still sell it for 134,000. There's no VAT. Net sales is, then your COGS is 112. This is a VAT exempt, not tax exempt, sorry. And who are VAT exempt? Schools. Schools. Okay. So Ateneo. Now it's Ateneo's turn to sell you the laptop. If Ateneo sells you the laptop, Ateneo will still sell it at 134,000. Or maybe 132,000 or 130,000. Pero yung cost niya must reflect the 112. Okay. They are not liable for VAT, but their cost should be reflected. Hindi wala silang choice na 1, 2, 3 option.
So parang option 1 lang yun, sir.
Okay, VAT exempt siya. So your treatment
Okay.
for VAT exempt is your cost is deducted already. Yung VAT.
Okay.
VAT allows you to deduct, government allows you to deduct, including the VAT as part of your purchase price. Okay? So yun ang titingnan nyo sa mga financial statement na nasa inyo. You get the difference? And then I'll show you now the I hope I can find it now. Yeah. The journal entries. And I'm giving you the concept first, and then I'll go through the list later, huh? Effect of VAT exempt. There's no input. That means if you buy it from Ateneo, you cannot claim input tax. Ateneo does not, zero kanina yung VAT. Okay. If selling to a VAT exempt, then no output tax is due, but input tax should also not be used as credit, but as cost. Okay. Now, why is this a big problem? Why is there confusion here? Because the senior citizen was claimed to be VAT exempt. VAT exempt. So BIR at first interpreted it this way. VAT exempt, meaning if yung medicine mo ng Norvas, yung pang hypertension mo is 134 peso, they still sell to you at 134 peso. Then your cost of sales, hindi na 100, but 112. Yun ang interpretation ng BIR. But what the lawmaker meant when they say VAT exempt ka, VAT exempt ang senior citizen is mababawasan yung VAT. Zero rated actually ang gusto nilang sabihin. Okay? So what happens now is if you buy from the Norvas hypertension medicine, Mercury will now charge you 120. Then Mercury can actually claim the whole, either option 1, option 2, or option 3. Yung sinasabi nilang VAT exemption ng senior citizen. Kaya labas nun, parang kang may 32% discount kung senior citizen ka. Kasi mayroon ka ng 20% senior citizen discount, mayroon ka pang 12% VAT. Ang theory ng gobyerno, ng mga congressman is, since matanda na yan, mga senior citizen na yan, walang kwenta na yung VAT input nila. How will they be able to collect the VAT input even if they're businessmen? So might as well just close it out. Zero na lang. Okay? But the terminology used in the law was different. Okay? Thank you.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Can you repeat lang what you said about the 12,000 from the laptop being reflected pa rin if it's VAT exempted? So the selling price will still be 134, but where does the
Input
12
tax shall be used not as a credit anymore, but as a cost.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So, like, you're still
like
going
ito.
to be paid for the okay.
So
yes.
like your income statement now, your net sales is wag mo nang gamitin 134. Sige, 130 na lang. May konsensya ka ng konti. Si Mr. Seiya. Nag-aral sa Chiang Kai-shek. So may konting puso. Hindi na niya ginamit yung Oh. So, nag-VAT exempt siya. So, Ateneo to. Wala siyang VAT. So, ginawa niya is 130,000 lang benta niya. This is arbitrary figure. Pero yung cost of sales niya, di ba 100 lang dapat based on the way I taught you last Tuesday?
Yes.
Tama? Pero because this is a VAT exempt transaction, the cost is 112. Wala siyang option to get the tax credit. Wala siyang option to use the amount as their VAT input. Okay?
Okay po.
You understand? Okay. So, the journal entry, if the seller is VAT exempt, is ganyan, 13,200, yung kaninang tapos accounts payable na siya. Wala na siyang input VAT, output VAT. If customer is the VAT exempt, ganyan naman siya, baliktad naman siya. You reverse the input tax now to purchase. Yung kanina ginawa natin, from 100 to 100,000, naging 112,000. Okay? Clear? Okay na tayo? Everyone understand, ha? Sure kayo, ha? Zero rated means when you export, there is no, like export, direct export, there's no VAT at all. So zero rated siya. Okay. Ito yung journal entry. Yeah, if you choose tax credit, the government, you put that as a receivables from the government. The input, ito yan. And these were numbers given made when VAT was still 10%, I think. Now it's higher. Okay. Selling price is reduced for VAT. Input can be claimed as tax credit or as tax refund. Okay. Right now, VAT is paid monthly, but VAT is computed monthly. So every month, my purchase ka, my sales ka, yung difference, yun yung binabayaran mo. Hindi yun at the end of the year. That as what we tried to do the other day with Miss sino yung bentahan mo ng ano, Miss Manikis? Ng Pocari?
I think it was Miss Salita.
Miss Salita. So it's not like Miss Salita is what we're doing yearly siya. Because VAT is now done monthly. Okay? But by 2023, the VAT will be done quarterly. Quarterly. Okay? Meaning, you have more time to accumulate. You will pay less. Kasi pag nagbayad ka na monthly, this month wala kang purchase, pero next month bayran ka, too late na yung yung replenishment mo ng inventory. Di ba? So, now it's done monthly. That's why the date is very crucial. It's 25th of each month. So as part of the train law and ease of doing business, isang beses na lang kayo magbabayad, isang beses na rin kayo makafile. Nagets yung ano ngayon? Ngayon, every month you have to pay. Then at the end of the quarter, you file a return. Ang gusto ng train law is isang beses lang makafile, hindi yung every month. Less work for the accountant, then you less hassle also for the small businesses. Okay. Now, what if you are engaged in the importation of goods? What if you are importing? Your input tax is paid at the customs. At the customs. So even if you when you bring in material, kahit sabihin mo $500 lang siya, $500, kailangan mo pa rin magbayad ng 12%. So it's considered VAT exclusive, then you add the 12%. The 12% now, you becomes your input VAT. Kaya maraming customer ko na kliyente ko na nagsasabi, ay attorney, we don't want to import, we ask someone else to import. Sabi ko, if you ask someone else to import, then the VAT input goes to that person. Tapos pag deliver niya sa'yo, wala pang VAT, walang invoice, walang ano, in that case, lugi ka. Okay? So now, whenever you sell to the government, like si Pharmally, di ba, nakbenta ng mga face mask, face shield sa gobyerno, the government, when they pay you, they assume the 5% VAT is assumed. Dati final tax yan. So they withhold 5% of your VAT, not 12%, not 5% of the 12, but 5% of the VAT. So they assume that you have 7%. Diba? Parang unfair. Kung gusto mo, kung labas nun, kailangan mo magbenta, kung magbebenta ka sa gobyerno, kailangan mo talaga patungan ng 5.7, di ba? Your cost is 5, you should sell it at at 12 para kumita ka ng i-cover mo yung VAT mo. Okay. So beginning this year, the VAT system has shifted from final 5% tax to 12% creditable tax. Okay? Sorry, 5% creditable. So yung 5% ng ano, pwedeng i-claim nila as payment. Yung parang ginawa natin kanina sa ano ni Miss Manikis, yung 12%, then mayroon siya babayaran ng 2.5, pero pwede mong i-gamit na yung tax credit ng 5% that you paid. Okay? Clear? Am I making sense or is it confusing? VAT is actually very confusing. That's why you need to check carefully. That's why, and then later I will go through the exemption because you have to check whether you.
Hi, sir. Welcome back.
Ay, nako. Gomo naman ngayon ang may problema. They're supposed to, I think they're testing something for their interoperability. The one where you can bring your numbers from one provider to another. Actually, I don't think it makes sense. Now you can keep your number. If your number is 917 123 4567, and then you go to Globe, it will also be from Globe you go to Smart, you will also keep the number. Yeah, does it make sense?
Isn't that a bit confusing? Because usually that's how people distinguish.
Yes. Diba? So how will we know now? Like ako, I'm only Globe to Globe, but I have a separate Smart for my only Smart and Sun naman. So how will we know now whether this one is Globe or Sun? Diba?
Yeah, that's not really good for their consumers.
Yeah, it doesn't make
There's
sense
some
also.
pros,
But anyways, for our good congressman already passed the law, so they're experimenting with that. They have 1 year from last September to fix this, so they're fixing it this year. I'm okay with the prepaid to postpaid. You get to keep your number. Meaning, if you are
if it's in the same line.
if you are in the same provider,
Yes.
But if you are like this one, you're moving from Globe to Smart, and then you can bring your number to Smart, what will happen na? Patay. Kasi people like us who are used to calling only numbers, anong phone ang gagamitin ko? Diba? Anyway. Pwede nila ako maging Chief Justice. Pag naging Chief Justice ako, i-strike down natin yan for unfair competition. So, the only purpose they're pushing that law is for dito.
Oh,
Kasi
yeah.
kung lahat tayo, mayroon na tayong numbers sa Globe tsaka sa Smart, ayaw natin maglipat. Di ba?
Yeah. So that's so hassle.
Yeah. Because you have to inform everyone. Now you don't. Now what will happen is when you swap from Globe to dito or Smart to dito, you carry your number.
Sir. Yeah, that's so hassle. Never mind. I'm just thinking about, because I'm postpaid kasi, so I have like those problems rin. But oh well. Ganon talaga.
Yeah. Ay, what can we do? Diba?
True. Register to vote, guys.
No, my problem is I keep two numbers, one for Smart and one for Globe.
Sir, I thought your other number was dito na nga eh. Kasi
Yeah,
I checked it.
dito is the
Yeah,
one I give you. But the one I give to Chiang Kai-shek people.
You text me from both that, so I'm like, I get confused, but
Yeah.
It's
So
okay.
I'm going to charge you for what I text you with the Smart. Because that nabawasan ang load ko doon. I'm supposed to, my free is only call and only text to Smart and Sun numbers lang. Actually, I'm using it more for the data.
I'm Globe kasi.
Yeah, I'm using more for the data. I have a SAR, I have a Dito, I have a Smart, I have a Globe, I have a Gomo. Tapos hindi pa.
Why do you have so many But then your Wi-Fi is still like weird.
Yeah.
Doesn't
No.
that isn't that a bit counterproductive? Because
No.
wouldn't it conflict within the area if you use too many?
No, no, no. Like in my case, kanina, biglang nakaproblema yung Gomo. So I switched to dito. So that's why you see me na.
So
Yeah.
if you need,
Ano?
I use Converge. We used to be PLDT, but then Converge for Wi-Fi. If your Wi-Fi is bad, they're pretty good naman, and I like their
No, I don't
service
have
compared
Wi-Fi
to
here because
PLDT. Oh.
I'm supposed to work at Chiang Kai-shek. And Chiang Kai-shek already has
Oh.
radios from Meralco, Globe, PLDT, and then we also have Converge, and we have Eastern Telecom. So lima yung ano niya, because the school has to have backup ano.
Yeah.
But because of this lockdown, I'm forced to work from home and teach from home.
Oh, so
That's why I
that's why
suddenly
you're using
have
yung
to
mga
load
like
this.
data na lang.
Yeah, I don't have any fixed Wi-Fi here.
Dapat you tell that to Chiang Kai-shek para it helps you kasi diba it's beneficial to your teaching situation. Para it's more stable also. I mean wala lang. Benefits ganon.
Sabihin mo sa Chiang Kai-shek, tapos pagalitan ka.
Okay. Mind, wag na lang.
Okay. So we're done with the computation and accounting. Now we look at this chart from Attorney Liamado. Yung zero rated nandiyan na zero rated is easier to understand. What exempt are the a bit So agricultural marine products in their original state. So like someone is doing paper on steak, I think Wagyu something. Okay, are you buying the Wagyu raw in its raw state, like livestock or poultry for human consumption, or breeding stock? So you need to distinguish whether it's original state. Original state means the meat, the fish, the vegetable has not undergone any process of conversion except through freezing, drying, salting. Then that is considered VAT exempt. So let's talk of which group is submitting the Wagyu or food. Sino may food? Para matulungan na kayo. Para free consultation na to. Wala?
Sir, I think ours is like a snack product. Is that the same or no?
Sige, snack product. What is your ingredient?
It's carrots.
Carrots?
Yes, sir.
Carrots as in original carrots, or
It's like carrot chips. So you like produce it and then it becomes chips from carrots. No?
so will you have input VAT from your carrots?
Yes, sir.
Really?
I think so. There's when we calculated it, because when we tried to do the input VAT, we were doing it per bag, like not from the material, not from the carrots itself, but then from the finished product na. Or should we
So
have
finished
done it?
product is, but you are selling process. You are selling carrot chips. Carrot chips is processed food. So you are VATable. Okay?
Yes.
Ang tanong ko, may input ka pa from the carrots. Are you buying the
no,
carrot that Bugs Bunny eat?
Yes.
In that case, the carrot is in its original state, tama?
Yes, sir.
then it is VAT exempt. You have no input VAT.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. No input VAT. VAT exempt.
No input, but you are not, your supplier is in VAT exempt, but you are not.
Oh, okay.
So you need to, bakit hindi ka kasi hindi ka nagbebenta ng carrots. Ang binibenta mo carrot chips. And carrot chips has already undergone the preservation, the process
Yes,
of
the processing.
processing. Okay?
Okay.
Gets?
Yes, sir.
Sino yung isa? Yung beef. Wala. I remember someone sent that. What if you are selling beef? Steak. Is that marinated? Or steak is just chop from the Oh, sige, wag na lang. Let's use the hindi wala dito si I think it's Stan's group. Oh. Lechon, baboy first. If you buy pork from the market, yung yung baboy, pork meat, yung na-chop, sinong kausap ko dapat ngayon? After Seiya,
Chua, sir.
Chua. I think she's going to be exempted. She's asking for exemption 3. Miss Chua, are you here?
Hello, sir. It's okay. I'm here.
You're okay, huh?
I'm okay.
Sige. Baboy. If you're selling Monterey meat, pork, is that VAT exempt?
Yes, sir. It's still in its original state for now.
In its original state. Okay.
Yes.
How about lechon?
That's subject to VAT already because you're cooking it na.
Although sabi dito is broiling, roasting, smoking, stripping, these are considered not yet
Oh, okay.
So is lechon part roasting or lechon is already processing?
I think lechon is roasting lang po.
Roasting
So
lang.
it's VAT exempt.
So it will be VAT exempt. What if ginawa mo langgonisa?
Then it will be vatted na po.
Yes, it will be vatable na. Okay? Gets?
Yes, sir.
Oh. So livestock, like your dog, kumakain ka ba ng meat ng aso? Aso Sena?
No, sir, I love my dog. No.
But your dog, when you sell the dog, is vatable. Bakit siya vatable? Because livestock and poultry does not include animals considered pets. Okay? So depending on your business, you have to check whether it's it qualifies. Okay, sale of water is not an agricultural product. Water is not. So water is vatable. Okay, what else? Fertilizer. Seeds and seedlings and fingerlings. Fish, prawns. These are VAT exempt. Okay. Then importation of belongings to residents of the Philippines from returning from abroad or transferring here, their goods are exempt from VAT. So ito yung mga kaya maraming ambassador, consul, etc. Pag uwi nila sa Pilipinas, nagdadala sila ng mga kotse. Kasi pag export doon, zero rated doon. Pagdating dito, VAT exempt because they are considered personal and household effects. So OCW has the importation of yung mga welders, mga skilled technicians. They can bring in their stuff. Okay? Medical, dental, hospital, and veterinary service are considered VAT exempt, except those professional fees. Professional fees of doctors are VATable, but medical hospital fees are not VATable. Okay? So next time you go to your your doggy's veterinarian, Miss Chua, and the veterinarian charges you VAT, what do you say? You tell them, based on the note of Attorney Llamado and the lecture of Attorney Chan, you are VAT exempt. Therefore, you should not charge me VAT.
Okay po, yes.
Okay? So that will be my legacy to you.
Okay po.
But sales of drugs and medicine are VATable, ha? So yung service, hindi nila, dapat yung service ng hospital, hindi sila magcha-charge. Pero yung medicine, VATable, unless you fall into the exceptions. Educational services like Ateneo, VAT exempt rin siya. Okay. Services rendered by an employer and an employee. For an employee for an employer, exempt rin siya. Services rendered by a regional operating headquarter for its subsidiaries and affiliates.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
For my group kasi po, we're doing Hello Happy. It's a clothing line but using flour sacks as our material. Is it VATable pa rin?
Your sale is VATable. Your input, then you have to check whether is it in the original state of agricultural or hindi.
If it's the flour sack mismo po, as in yung, like the bag of the rice, not the rice itself. How are we supposed to flour, as in it's a sustainable brand kasi po, so we reuse fabrics. So the fabric that we use for our company is that of the flour sacks. So for example, like you empty the flour sack already, we get the scrap of that and then we make it into clothes. Technically kasi it's free. The flour sack itself is free. So
ano ibig sabihin ng flour sack?
Flour sack as in the rice sack.
Sako?
As in arena. Yung sako
Yes.
lang, sir.
So, kung sako yan, process na yan, hindi yan original flour. Kung ginamit mo yung petals ng roses, yan, pwede, VAT exempt yan. Wala kang input VAT.
Okay po. Okay. But how do you get the VAT for that now? Are you supposed to use, like, are you
So when
supposed
the supplier sells to you, dapat may VAT siya. Saan nyo kinuha yung sacks?
Okay. We get it from I don't know where they get it.
That's why you have
But
to
I
ask.
think we get it. Oh, sorry, that's my dog.
If you're buying it from kung ikaw yung bumibili sa mga kung ikaw yung kumukuha dun sa mga condominium unit owners na parang lang collection lang, effort nyo lang, wala kang input VAT nun.
Okay. Sige po.
Okay.
That's not
So cooperatives also are theoretically VAT exempt. Cooperatives. Okay, I will skip through the cooperatives. Now, the following properties, ito yung ano, medyo madugo. Wait, I'll check the chat. Yeah, kung kinolek mo lang yung ano, kung kinolek mo lang, hindi yan ano, walang cost. So you have no input but to speak of. Then that's where I will check whether you were correct or wrong.
Got it.
Okay. Now, those not held for sale or lease in the ordinary course of trade and business. Is not vatable. Okay? But if you use the property for your business, like ginawa mong office or ginawa mo siyang bodega, then you need to charge VAT for that. Okay? You understand? Then the other one is low-cost housing or socialized housing. Then the third one is the sale of house and lot with a selling price of not more than 3.199. Ito yung cut off na ngayon. 3.199. The new law of create law increased it to 4 million, pero it was vetoed by President Duterte. Okay, gets ya?
Yes,
So,
sir.
there's ano here. I have a lot of questions from clients because they have been leasing out their property, one property, but they have 4 other properties that they're just holding on, not leasing it out. When they sell the property, yung 4 other properties, any of the 4 other properties, the BIR will collect VAT. Is that correct?
Yes po.
Bakit?
For as long as if you sell it and it exceeds 15,000, 3 million po, then it's vatable na.
Yes, that is what I kept telling people. If you are going to lease out the property, don't put it in your name. Because once you, the individual, Mr. Karel Janine Chua, you are registered as a lessor of one property, all your other properties will be treated as if you are engaged in the business of real estate. So lahat ng property mo na benta mo, vatable na siya. That's why I tell people, if you are the kind na you're buying property for lease, what you do is you put it in one corporation. Then property that you want to stay in, gusto mo na mayroon kang bahay sa Tagaytay, mayroon ka bang resort sa Batangas, mayroon ka pang rest house sa Subic, tapos mayroon ka pang beachfront sa Siargao, na ginagamit mo lahat yan. In that case, you put it in your name. But yung property na yung commercial property na binili mo para ma-lease out, you use the corporation. So that there are 2 separate persona. One is holding the property, the other one is engaged in business of real estate. Okay? Now, there's a catch also. What we were talking about, yung 3.199, is only for residential property. If you sell any commercial property, including parking lots, kahit na for parking lot for 500,000 or 300,000, that parking lot is also vatable. Okay. If you are engaged in real estate business. Okay. Gets?
Yes, sir.
So how do we use the VAT? If you buy a property from Ayala for 11 million, of course, this is no longer true. Wala na yatang 11 million na makukuha ka sa Nuvali ngayon. Puro ano na siya, puro matataas na yung mga value. But if you are the individual buyer, then your cost is 11 million. But if you are VAT registered, your cost is only 9.82 because the 1.18 is your input VAT. Okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's find your example. So the Sancha. Oh, okay. So you are engaged in. You can use the worksheet, huh? I'll dictate the numbers. You are engaged in the sale of business. Of real estate. You bought the property from Ayala at 11 million. Now, after 4 years, you decided to sell the property since walang gusto mag-lease sa'yo during the pandemic. You decided to sell the property for 18 million. Okay. First, compute the VAT. Second, compute your income, your tax.
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat that? It was choppy. 7 million po.
Huh? No, 18 million. You're selling it for 18 million. Inclusive
okay.
of VAT.
Okay.
So Ayala will be vatable or not vatable?
Vatable po.
How much you selling?
Sorry po. Wait lang. Sir, is the COG supposed to be the original price of it? So the 11 ba? So,
How did we do it last Tuesday?
is it gonna be the VAT po of
Less the VAT, less the VAT. The purchase price less the VAT. No, not the VAT, less the VAT. The purchase price less the VAT.
okay.
Do you have any operating expense?
None po. I don't think so, none.
No, wait. For tax payable, this is the situation now. At the time of sale, the buyer will withhold 5% from you.
Mm,
So how much 5%? How do you compute the 5% now?
I will hold.
Okay. The rule is 5% for real property for those engaged in real estate business, habitually engaged in real estate business. For those who are not habitually engaged, then you have to collect 6%. So where do you get the 5% withholding tax? What is the net sales price? Ms. Chua?
The 16 million po.
Yes, then you compute 5% of that.
Okay. The okay. So this is withheld for the 15,267. Ay,
No.
15. I joke. I mean the 800.
Yes.
803,000 is withheld. So
Hmm.
these are the net sales. I joke, sorry.
Forget those the other data na. So how much is your tax payable now? Para matapos na. I think we're overtime na. Magagalit na si Miss Manikis. Mamimiss niya yung lunch niyo. Okay?
Sir, we have consultation.
Ay. Okay. So,
I have to subtract the 15 mil.
No.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yan na yan. So, effectively, your income tax is 1.5 million, di ba?
Yes, po.
But because now withhold na yung 5% at the beginning of the, at the time of sale, then all you need to cash out at the end of the year is 759. Gets mo na?
Can you repeat that again, sir? Sorry, sir, the Wi-Fi chopped.
Okay. So, for this transaction, real property transaction, what are the taxes? And then remember this because you will use this for estate planning, the transfer taxation paper, the second assessment, the transfer taxation paper, I think, where you're supposed to look for your own real estate property. So what are the taxes? Number one, nasaan na siya? Number one, withholding tax. Withholding tax is okay. 2, VAT. 3, final tax, final income tax, regular corporate income tax. Okay. There's another one. Documentary stamp tax, which we will discuss in a few weeks. So for this transaction, these are the taxes you have to pay. Clear? Any question? Now, if this company is not engaged in the habitual sale, that means there is less than 6 transactions in a year, then the withholding tax is 6%. Ito siya. Okay? Gets, Ms. Shra?
Yes po.
Okay. And then I will show you now with OSD. So now the government owes you money pa. Gets yung magic ng OSD? Okay? Do you see?
Yes po.
Okay, thank you. I'll end here, ah. Miss Chua, no? Okay. Any question so far?
Sir, I have a question lang, pahabol.
Yeah.
If your business, for example, is renting a commercial unit, tapos yung rent expense is 10,000 monthly, is that subject to input VAT?
Yes. Commercial, yes.
I see.
Residential, no.
Sir, thank you.
Commercial is any amount.
Sir Evan, sir, can I ask another question?
Yeah.
In regards to VAT,
Mm.
so once you get your output minus input VAT, where do you place that on the financial statements?
No, then you have to pay the cash.
So under cash na lang po siya. So hindi siya part ng financial statements.
Hindi siya ang mare-reflect sa financial statements yung input lang.
Input lang.
Input and output, di ba? Yun yung ano.
Yes.
Then once na for that closing period, then you need to, for the difference, you need to put the cash. So for example, mag-negative ka na, then kailangan mo nang mag-ano ng cash.
So we don't put it under expenses or anything like that.
No.
Under cash.
It's not part of expenses. It's just a balance sheet item.
Balance sheet item lang po.
Yes. You look at the journal entry that we proposed kanina, or the last Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a balance sheet entry that
Yes,
you're
yes,
looking
yes.
for
Yes.
in the formative. All right, thank you.
No.
Thank
In
you.
the formative, you have to explain the what are the input, what are the output, and then how did you come up with the numbers?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So all of you can submit by this Saturday, or any one of you will be asking me to defer? Wala, ah. Tingnan natin. Sige. Okay. Anything else? Kung wala, you can go ahead na. There's a group that is asking for consultation. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.